to another edition of the Eternal Journey. I'm That Resolves, and this is BasoonBuffoon's Feln Control. After playing with some Haunting Scream last week, I really wanted to play with a different kind of Feln deck, so I picked up BasoonBuffoon's control list and gave it a spin. This is like a really old school list with the main new additions being the crests, which alongside the Strategize just allow you so much control over your own draws, which was always a weakness of Feln, where you just drew the wrong half of your deck in a matchup and lost on the spot. I find that the extracts are great, and it's a real callback to the Lightning Strike, just with dealing with relic weapons. But this also hits units, and this gives you an additional way of dealing with a Champion of Glory. The Suffocate, which is also a way to deal with Champion of Glory, it really takes me back to the old Stone Scar midrange decks, and this is still great. I've not seen many time decks on the ladder, but the Annihilates over here, they're going to wipe most of the threats, including the Sandstorm Titan and any Mystic Ascendants. So we're still going to mainly be winning with the Champion of Cunning. It's a super potent threat, and now we've got the 12 dual influence powers. We don't need to choose a bonus based on the matchup, and we can just have it all, as we can very easily have it active on both sides from about turn 6. I don't expect Vara to be quite as impressive as she was in the reanimated decks, but it's still a potent effect, and rebuying the Harbingers against Beatdown or Champion of Cunning against basically anyone is still a crushing blow. The Black Square Harbinger is probably going to do some work if we're playing against any last minute ladderers with any Skycrag or Stone Scar Beatdown decks, and it does a particular amount of work against Grenadins, as it's able to neutralise the Gear Cruncher. Anyway, that's enough talking, on to the games. Okay, here we have some Feln control. And I put us on the play, and we've got some good catch-up mechanics here. We are a strategized deck, so if this isn't going to work, we'll be able to get rid of them later. I think I'll keep this. There's a virtual free power with another way to try and find some more. And our opponent was on Haru, so it looks like we will be using the Strategize to get rid of this Lightning Storm. I just want to sort of keep a power on top here. Deathstrike's probably not what we're after. It's quite expensive. Okay, we're a Cloud Snake deck. So this Lightning Storm might actually be good. I think I'll keep this power. They will have basically nearly full influence. Okay, so we get to Lightning Storm here. Kills Cloud Snake and removes the Sages. But I don't want this. And we're unlikely to need an Aegis against them, so next time we're just going to hope there's not a huge weapon on this. I will just be able to Vara's favourite. Just kill these threats whilst there's no threat over protect. We're going to keep removing threats and sort of developing our hand. The Vara's favour seems like it might be actually okay against that if they've got a bunch of 1 toughness units. I think just in the interest of time, I'm just going to bottom it. Play this, and then just... The Black Sky Harbinger also deals with the units. Okay, that Deathstrike would have actually been good. So I'm going to try and dig for it. With the Steward, then if our opponent doesn't draw the 6 power and depleted, they will be able to attack him with us. And if they do attack in just to get rid of this, that's fine too. Oh, they've got some sort of fast spell. Perhaps it's like an Eilyn's choice. And we've got a fully powered up Champion of Cunning. Let's attack here. I'm not sure if it is a protect or... Okay, we've got a 3-6 there. So if our opponent gets a 6th power, they get to turn this into a 6-6. And I'll have an extra owl. So we can actually deploy the Champion of Cunning and the Annihilate, and that'll be quite... I think I'll attack first. See what our opponent's up to. Play the Champion of Cunning and pass the turn. If our opponent does go to ultimate the cold form, then we'll just annihilate this and just start attacking him with our stewards. Attack is quite aggressive if they don't have anything. Maybe it's finest hour. Might try and prompt something out of the hand. Finest hour would make this block pretty bad for us. Let's try and prompt something. Pretty sure they've got some interaction with this. And right now, I'm not in a position that I really want to just lose my champion. I'm just getting there for 17 because we have to be blocked. There's a good reason to keep that power in hand actually, because if we draw another Strategize, but I don't think that that's going to actually matter at this point. Okay, as much as I love Trip Wisdom, I'm going to have to redraw this. Okay, this is much better. We've got quite a lot of selection in card draw. Because we're in the back, we're just going to play the banner. I'm going to save the crest here for... I've got a better idea. Just really maximise the selection we've got. Okay, so now we can actually just play the crest because we know that we want a Vara's Favour or something similar, and that's not what we're looking for. So we'll bottom it. Once that power could be good because it means we get to Wisdom, but we also just get to Strategize right now. Okay, so against the Ricano version of this beatdown deck. Lightning Storm would be excellent here actually. So let's go and have a dig for that. And not so lucky. Let's get rid of the Witch. If everyone's going to be 1 toughness anyway, I don't really want to pay 5 power to not impact our opponent's board. And we just need to get a little bit deeper. We're taking a bunch of damage here. We got a rally here. I feel like this is a rally. My opponent's just deciding whether to go for it or not. I think they really should. Okay, Rampage. Because they're just going to get in for 10 here. Whereas the more time that they give us, it's not going to get better for them. They're actually going to want to keep this Annihilate up as a save 5 or save 4 if they have a rally or another Rampage. But maybe they're just not going to go for it with loads of open power. Into the side where I can play this on it. And how we're going to go about that. I think right now, as we don't have 2 things to do, we're going to play the banner up. And then with the option of the Wisdom or the Annihilate. We could also have played the favour and kept up the Annihilate. In doing this, we're allowing our opponent to have the Warcry. But as they've only got 7, that's fine. So now we get them to act. This was a bit of a mistake. But if they've got to protect, that's pretty bad for us. There's only a 3 power up, there should probably be in the buffs over here because I won't be able to annihilate that. And I didn't have a Deathstrike up or anything. So wisdom. And that'll do it. I played champion, but okay, let's take a look. This sounds probably fine. We do have the Withering Witch into Black Sky combo. And we've got quite a lot of power and selection, so I think I'll keep it. On the play, so if our opponent's going to make an owner Ronin, I'm going to be super happy because we'll just get to Vara's favourite away. Rats. So this card's just a little good, but I'm just going to strategize first. Ideally just finding a power. We don't know if the Suffocate's good. Well, Suffocate is quite a conditional card. We do have, 2 sort of removal spells that are good when Suffocate is good. Our opponent is Argentport and plays an Instigator. It's still sort of the same. I think because they do have Rune Hammer, but it is reasonably bad against us. I'm going to fire this off now. As we do have another way to remove it. And generally the 4-1 weapon is not very good against the X5 deck. But now it's gonna. There's not actually any reason to do this on our opponent's turn because we've got a Seek power, we get to play it now. Okay, well it looks like we're actually playing against Armory. We're gonna Wisdom now. Now we'll Scout. Keep this because it's a good threat. And we'll Eilyn's favour. Guess it's the additional Aegis. And also this Primal Surgeon is going to mean that our champions have got Aegis. Okay, so this must be... the Suffocate is good. So this must actually be, if they've got a Longcorn Sergeant in the deck, must be a Molten Fist deck. What I'm guessing they've got here is perhaps a Torch, so if we do play our champion, and they've got a Harsh Will in hand, or even if they don't, it's probably correct just to Torch here. So if they draw it, or if they've got it, they get to untap and kill this. That's fine, that's still 2 cards for 2, and they've spent more power than we have. Okay. We're slightly ahead, but they've used 2 very good cards against us. Right now, because we're so close to getting the Shadow buff, I'm just going to play this out. We've got another 2, so if there's a Rune Hammer in our future, we'll be able to deal with it. Draw Shadow right now, be in good shape. Yep. We'll Scout here. Deathstrike. I'm only concerned is perhaps on a carrier, but we'll be able to just gang block this into Oblivion anyway. All this thing, so let's get rid of this. Just want an actual spell. Perhaps find the Vara, because then we'll be in great shape. But we all get buffed. Our opponent's in trouble because their Molten Fist will be dealt with quite easily with whichever one of these. That'll be trades 1 for 1. Okay, die show. That's aggressive. We'll just chunk it. Let's make a Black Sky. Let's get what's sort of a hidden lethal because we've got 14 here and then 1 in hand. Okay, we're getting the old emote spam. Yeah, not blocking. You can hash rule if you want. Oh, and that was enough. Yep, not excellent. So this is a straight redraw. This is fine. Good amount of selection. Pretty expensive Deathstrike. And we could very well be the mirror. Also, wouldn't mind. This is a situation where I might want to just dig for a Steward, just because this is more likely than not going to be some sort of reanimated deck. So 6 power. We've got a bunch of power here. Let's bottom this. We do just find a Steward of the past. Our opponent is a reanimated style deck. So I'll start developing our power. We'll get to Vara eventually. Okay, maybe we don't. Strategize. Any fast spells? Yep, we've got one. And right here, I think we'll enough this extract. I don't expect any relic weapons in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the Aegis, so we'll keep this. And that'll give us a sort of protection from their Steward. If it is actually the full mirror. Pick anything. Okay, so that tells us perhaps we've got not many targets for this. So right now, the Primal Sigil. We don't have the Aegis yet. Obviously, these will be very valuable against them. So I probably should have actually just used the Vara's Favor. But I'm just gonna get out a 5/5 beater out there. Steward our opponent. Keep up Annihilate. I doubt this will be very good. But we're also quite close to having the Vara. And had we used the Vara's Favour, would have been in great shape. Unfortunately, we can't annihilate this guy. Let's keep it safe. Put us well ahead in cards, sadly. Also very behind in power. Yeah, some of these fast spell windows are not very intelligent. Would you like to annihilate your own guy when your opponent's drawing cards? No. Ideally, no. Let's just chunk in for a bit of damage. Then let's Wisdom now. Wisdom again. Placing a pass. You can't ignore a 3 power attacker forever. We're getting to the point now where we're going to slow down the plane of power. Not in a super rush to play out this Vara. Actually got nothing to get back, so I just want to play it naked. Attacking here. 3. My opponent's not got the shadow buff and they're quite a way away from it, so I'm happy to just keep attacking here. Let's play the Vara unless anything happens to the Steward. Okay. Could very well be a Sabotage. Yep, in which case I'll just pop the Aegis because this will be presumably the spell they take anyway. Could very well be an Unseal. There's not a tremendous amount of use to get out of the Unseal anyway. That's it. Perhaps I should have played the Vara a couple of turns ago. We're still winning this race. Okay, maybe we're less winning it now. Okay, now we're in good shape. Let's get to attack here. Play the champion. Now we get to level up our Steward. So we've got 2 lethal attackers. Way to get one back that dies. Probably should have played this actually a couple of turns ago. Yep, this is fine. Let's gain some life. But they do need to block here. It's going to go well for us. Obviously, we want to keep this one alive because it's got the Aegis. But we're going to play the Vara and just bring this right back. Okay, they want to keep the 3/5 lifelink, which is a good choice. So right now we don't display any power, but we've got Annihilate if they play any single faction characters. Yeah, that's what I suspected, that the Annihilate. But Vara was just going to buy it to an Annihilate. We've got enough. Okay, so I'm going to respond to the Jug here. Just Annihilate this. Joking for 9, our opponent has to block. We're about 7. We've got 2 potent attackers again. Should have played the Harbinger first or gained an actual point of life off it. I don't feel it's going to matter. Okay, so we've got the Trip Shadow Wisdom of Elder's Hand. Not a huge fan. Well, the Strategize helps as soon as you get the first primal, because this will help you find the second, and you'll be going hand from there. But I think it's still just a redraw. We can definitely do better in this deck. This is more like it. Basically, perfect power, a little bit of selection, and sort of medium Withering Witch now, but only a couple of days left in the month and our opponent's on B1, so it's very likely that the Vara's Fairy will still be live. But for now, just going to Strategize. As good as Withering Witch and Harbinger are together, it's going to bottom the switch. Very rarely a huge fan of Witch. I'm just going to pop this and scout. Try to find like an Annihilate or something. Well, now I'm greedy. Just get these going. That's what we'll do. Spend next turn drawing cards, and then we'll spend 5 and 6 playing 2 of these. Our opponent can have Vanquish, that's fine. Yeah, I'll play in Rakano, so there's no real interaction with this Wisdom of the Elders. So we'll just give them the concern about the Deathstrike. Set this 5. Then we get to fish for a fast spell, which is even better, unless they just completely tap out. Rats 2-3. The Witch might have actually been good here, that's sad. Well, the Witch would have been good. But we'd have also spent our 5th turn not actually doing anything. Like this. Got a 7-5 blocker, not going to do very much. But next turn we get to be pretty stable off the back of this. Right now, what's this telling me? We've got a Torch, or they've got a Finest Hour. So what do I want to block? Finest Hour is going to do a great deal for them. I might just want to get well, I don't want to block the first strike. You know, the finest arrow of the torch. I think it's probably the 3/3 lifesteal. Just because that'll be something that will sort of make the game a lot harder to win. Okay. Well, it's quite the dismember there. I'll play this. Tidies up the board a little bit. Now I've got a reasonable blocker. We're back at 13 life, so that's quite big. And next turn we get to Suffocate plus the champion. It's quite a big boy they got there. I'll play this banner. We can actually play this to gain a bunch more life. How safe are we if we do that? Just pop this off just so they stop gaining ball cries. We also just remove 2 things. I think I'd like to have more in play before I do that. Champion of Cunning is perhaps the best play. As we get to get in there up to 16. Probably a really greedy attack. But we do get to block this for free. And if this is a pound, just play it first. Okay, they're getting there for 6. That's fine. The champion with Harbinger is very likely to outrace a lot of what opponents are going to be doing. We'll just get it for 5, go back to 15. So we're going to live totals a little bit closer. And we've got 7, so we can extract over here. Put that power on the bottom. It's a keep up the Deathstrike. So let's Deathstrike the 6/7. There's no fast spell. That was enough. Grimfan. I know this name. This is a redraw anyway. Well, this hand sort of has to be fine. What could they be on? I think at this moment in time we're just looking for more power. We'll just scout first. The extract is not power, so we'll bottom that. Could very well be a match where it's good, but if it is a match where extract's good, then the Vara's Favour and the Steward are also good. But let's have to see what they're up to. No volley cards, only units. Uh oh, we could be in trouble. Given the Skycrag with. Oh no. I think it's actual Yetis. Well, maybe the Lightning Storm will pair with the Vara's Favour next turn to do something. So we're in bad shape, but it's not terrible. Cosmic Harrier. Wow. This is going deep. So I think the Harrier might be the bigger threat, so we'll favour that. And we'll follow up with Lightning Storm, because the Steward will still be able to block this. I'm interested in this list though. Okay, so we did get what we needed. I think we'll perhaps feed in time this soon, just if our opponent does have a scouting party. So at least it gives us a little bit of time to be able to get the Harbinger down to fight it. Yep, so they've got a snowball. This is some pretty cool synergy right here. Uh-oh. We've got 2 created snowballs, so combat can be quite difficult for us. I think we can deploy this, and it's going to be quite difficult for attacking the skulls to deal with. We could also just, because it's so close to a scouting party, I think I might just want to feed in time this. Bring some entire board down to a more sort of manageable size. And then if we rip underplate power, we've got 2 snowballs and they've got the power to cast it. I think we'll just block though, that's fine. I'll just sit there taking 9. So we'll play out. It's also a lot safer to block now. They've not got these snowballs. Okay, well, I think we don't really need to concern ourselves too much with a party right now. So it'd have to be the card that they've kept on top. And I'm pretty happy they've not got 2 of these in play. Yep, Permafrost is good. So what are we taking here? So there's 6 here. Yeah, that's 14. So I just want to block one of these. This is 6, 12. So we're not in great shape. Just have to block the most amount of damage. We do need to find another Harbinger though. And we do. So just a game 5. And have a good blocker, so this isn't another Permafrost. So play it. Okay, so now we're in a lot better shape. We can just attack in now, just get game 3, go to 11, as we do get to remove a attacker, or we get to remove the entire buff of this. I think this deck's probably not got actual kind of magic, it's just going to have Eilyn's intervention. Well, we just go to 11, we kill this, and then we take. We're going to have a 5 power lifelinker on our side, which is also good. This is a rough decision. We do want to use the Deathstrike in this turn cycle though, because we want to sort of start going off with the Vara. We don't want to attack though. Next turn we definitely will, because we've got game 5 and that'll be worth it. Rats. Okay, so always punished. Yeah, we'll let that happen. Need to be very careful about where we block with this then. Okay, so I think right now we'll just kill this. We do get to game 5, and then play another blocker down. And then now the Harbinger is this big. Wow. We just know about the snowball in hand. And now we've got just 16 here. It's very close to being lethal. We'll just gain 7 and then just win the next turn. Yep, and we've got 6, 10, 13, 15 and 1 point in hand, so okay, well, we've got excellent influence, and though it's a slow hand, I'd be really greedy to keep that. We draw this. It's better, still got good influence and a good win condition. It's got a little bit of interaction with the Suffocate and the Sabotage. Little Skycrab deck. Feel happy just to play the banner, just get that down out of the way. Next turn we can Sabotage and Suffocate. I'll seek power Suffocate. Okay, so we've got a second Sabotage, so I think we'll play this one out. And Runehammer's not great against us, Sword of a Carrier. Late next turn, we've not got an answer to it for a while, so as much. Yeah, I've got to take both. Because them snapping off the Wizard of Elders is pretty bad for us as well. Ash Rule I'm not super concerned with because we are sort of Got a bunch of Aegis. If not, if the game goes late, we've got occasion for not the best Withering Witch here. We've got one. Oh, not best going for the primal here just to get the actual Aegis down. Gonna decide what's worse here, the Suffocate or the Withering Witch. Withering Witch at least is a very expensive way of popping and it carries Aegis. Well, we've got a target. So, snap off the Wisdom. Okay, great. We've got an answer to a weapon. We're just gonna suffocate this. Don't want to just take damage. Just can easily just do 2 to 6. Just soften us up for those weapons. Okay, so this is a very early rise to the challenge. Pushing the team most more sabotages. Just Eilyn's favour. This rise could just be for like a die show. And die show will be a bit of a problem because it'll be... Ah, okay. Okay, we've got a blocker here. And at least this will do some damage to a die show that comes down. Although it will be a 6-8. Now the weapon's protected from the extract. It's a definite block here. It would be very much far to do enough because I'm pretty sure that they've actually just rose for an Ikari. I thought it was a die show, but they must have another power in hand. Or they're just being incredibly greedy. But I better get this out and trade for a harsh rule. Even we're so close to just being able to play it up. I think that I'm not going to. Play nothing, we can take 4. For the first damage of the game. Okay, let's strategize and let's get some of this nonsense out of here. The Annihilate is probably absolutely just useless. Oh. Now I can play the champion. And allow me to switch weapons. Yep, so it looks like it was an Ikari that this rose for. Just being quite greedy without the power to play it. So maybe this is an Eilyn's choice. It's fine. They're still going to lose the hammer. We'll just grab this, just so we've got the 8 power ready. There's no sigils left. Whoops. So just pay 2, discard a card, great. Yeah, that's fine. These goals aren't going to be able to get this back. So next turn we've got 7, so we'll be able to just extract it into feeding time. Yeah, that was incredibly greedy. But an extra power could have also Withering Witched into something perhaps. But yeah, let's just extract this, get to scout this top card of our deck, and this is sort of good because it brings us close to the power requirements. I suspect we'll just get harsh ruled here. Also, we do have a Vara in the deck, and that's going to be quite good against this match. We've got some War Cries, but that's mostly fine. It's gone on the Prom Warden. So, chunk him some damage. Is it another Eilyn's favour? Well, Eilyn's choice. It's fine. We'll play down this witch. Because it was never going to get better anyway. I'm just going to chop this away. That means if we draw an Annihilate, we've got quite a cheap way of dealing with this. Deathstrike it if I need to. But I really prefer not to. I would ideally like to see a Vara here. There we go. So it's bottom of the additional power. Strategize. Which no thanks. So we can also Steward the past here. Because the Warcries went on here. Block this. But also they've used 2 Eilyn's choice. I don't think they've got another one. So we'll just get rid of the threat. Next turn we'll be able to play the Steward, pop this Aegis. Okay, we've got just nice to just have it all, I guess. Do get a champion in here, which is a pretty resilient threat. So I think we'll just play this right away. We do have the Ash rule. Oh, so this is perhaps a consideration of just playing the 3-5. Pop their Aegis and then maybe we can Sabotage first. So this will also deal with yep, just completely punted by not playing the Shadow Sigil. But I'm pretty sure that they just Ash roll and hammer our guy. Didn't hammer. Okay. Third Al's choice, that's bold. We actually just wanted to keep armor in here. There's a huge point not playing the power source because it slows us down by a turn if we do get another Vara. Don't like what this are, but this is still a rough decision. Snap this off. Oh, great. Yeah, let's just play the Steward. We finally get to get rid of this hammer. Keep chucking cards into it, and then hopefully eventually find the Vara. I'll give them a reason to use this harsh roll. Put the seat out, just as we do with like some card draw in the deck. The 5/2s really do some work. I'll just repair Vara's Favour with another one. The deck fitting when you've got a 41 card deck is probably not even a realistic thing. Yeah, that's better. Got Lightning Storm, get out of here. Let's just not even mess about with this. Okay, well, we're just chunking in for damage. Bottom this. For free. We've got 4 points of damage here, but I'm just going to use the extract over here. Gives us a little bit more selection. Steward the Past isn't the block we need. We just want to dig towards a Vara. feel like we'll just favour this. Get that full damage. No power out. Don't think we've got that many Strategize left. We've used all of our Strategizes, so there's no reason to keep power in hand now. Yep, there's a hash roll. Well, we'll just blow out the Steward then. We're happy that the hash roll is just a 1-for-1. Also got more cards in hand and potentially more powerful draws, especially if they've got Wisdom of the Elders right now. It's points like this where I wish I just had like a Channel of Tempest just to... Okay. Get chunky. And got a 1 champion. Well, let's get the Vara. There we go. So this is lethal anyway. But we'd have had an additional 4 points power if I'd played that Shadow before. So this is telling me that they've either got the additional hash rule, or, well, this is telling me that they don't have the hash rule. They play perfect, but we got there. Well, those were some games, eh? I really like the list, and I'm still not a big fan of Withering Witch, but it's very likely just a necessary evil, and that'll probably get replaced as soon as we get a big 5-cost finisher to replace it with, especially one that's able to complement the champion and the Black Sky. The effect does stack up though. We've got Lightning Storm, we've got Vara's Favour, and we do also have the Harbinger, of course, as slow as it is. And sadly we didn't get to play against any Argenport decks, which is ideally what I really want to play against, but I suppose everyone playing Tabrod is probably in the ETS right now. So thanks for watching, give us a subscribe if you liked what you saw, and let me know if there's any decks you'd like to see me muddle my way through playing. I've been That Resolves, and this was Feln Control.